There is something that was said by one of the American presidents. He said that no person is above the law and no person is beneath its protection. Theodore Roosevelt, right? In a country where our liberties are supposed to be protected, we look to one institution or one pillar of society. That's why we had the three arms of government, the judiciary, to protect us. We know the executive will come in and use heavy-handedness if you say things they don't like. And look, the right to speak is not only being fought against in Ghana. Look at what's happening in America today, right? And they are 200 years old, and they are today. People are canceling Disney subscription and all that because they think that people are conniving with government. So the executive will always try to lean in a certain way. But when you look at that third arm of government, the judiciary, you sleep well because you know that when somebody trumps on your liberties, you can go to get redress from the courts. And for me, all legal people hold very one day sacred, which is a Martyrs' Day, right? 30th of June, that you guys have set aside and put those statues in front of the courts to remind us of tyranny.
Never again.
Never again, right? If it was to be in Tamkesie, you legal profession, you're in Tamkesie, will be 30th June, right? What is happening? Today, I am not even sure that if I enter a court, the judge just sits there will give me the right bail or conditions.
Why?
Because a judge have sat in this country and said that animal farm. And I've heard you on your show talk about the ruling that was given by that judge. It might be one, but it's that one nut that spoils the bag of nuts.
I don't think this spoils the rest.
Well, that's fine, but it's possible.
The two lawyers disagree with
I'm not even a lawyer, but let me say this. The MPP is not saying that we are above the law. Rule of law, everybody is below. Nobody is above it. But if I have done something wrong and you call me in for an inquiry, let it be an inquiry. What we have seen, and it's become a trend, that people are called in and inquiry bails are now becoming as if the person is charged. We are all foul of one thing or the other. I mean, I'm not perfect. Something you might not be perfect. But we all know that one day we might err in saying something that will slip. When that person is called for investigation, let that person feel that the arrest is not your ultimate. The prosecution is your ultimate. We are beginning to pride ourselves on the arrest than the investigation and prosecution. What you say is not final. That's why there's a court. The defense and the prosecution will have to banter it out in that lovely courtroom, and the judge will now give a ruling. So when people are arbitrary, and that is why the demonstration went on, is the arbitrary exercise of powers, right? Where people feel that, yes, I am National Security Coordinator, I am Yoko Boss, I am this, I'm IGP, I'm prosecutor, I can now basically give you whatever bail conditions, and they are using that avenue to intimidate. Nobody has been sent to court. In fact, if you look at the people who have been charged to court, it's very minimal. The amount of people that have been called in for inquiry and the bail has become a problem. How many of them have been charged to court? So we are seeing a trend, and that is where the demonstration was saying that do not intimidate us.
Tell us, how many people, apart from Muntumi and Abronya, who had a little situation, who else?
Who else as in what?
Who else is it that has not been taken to court for the purposes of prosecution and they had difficulty with bail and you are complaining about?
It's not difficulty with bail. It is the type of bail being set. And maybe if one person might be, a lot of people, maybe they have the resources to be able to give these bails, but it only takes a few people to be able to now make it look like, look, let's not. The amount of people that are called to national security, my brother, apparently somebody told us, when you go there, it's like a reunion of former, everybody's there. They are calling them on frivolous. And when you go there, like Abronya said in one of his videos, they are now telling you to now go and justify something somebody said. How? They don't have anything. They are asking you, it's like a conversation, and then when you are not careful, you say something, they'll go back and say, but you said this, let's dwell on this.
That's investigative.
Well, that's fine. Well, that's fine. But I'm saying that
they will have the facts, but they will still ask you questions.
Nobody has a problem going, and a lot of people have been going. But the harassment of the Abronya and the Muntumi example is the very reason why we are saying that the freedom of speech exists.
And the harassment you say is about the bail condition.
That is what clearly is being used.
They have told you Muntumi was brought in. the amount of money they are dealing with is what they use to determine the bail, just as any court does.